week as a guale in the Lamatas, as a query, as a safer deeper such a written courage. Leshna Gardi, wherein and Kashlan of a sneddy big one, me one, Leshan Cora, Doc Vietnamese, a Leshan Jockus of Fat, Jockus in a hash till mayor, foot me cheer, Lenny small mouth leave with an ear in a row. Is the weep and hair in a garn weep is so deep. Tarawa Jampa, Hope should in him a talk your poor, then each a queer maroon. I'm grateful to the Labour Party, either in him or in the Parliamentary Party, who nominated me for this position. And also to those independent Oireachtas members outside the Labour Party who lent their public support. And I'm grateful to all those groups in the human rights, culture, policy, arts and advocacy groups, and the myriad individuals who assisted in my campaign in one way or another. And of course, I am particularly grateful to the more than million people who have said that I am as the ninth president. I want to thank the National Campaign Committee, headed by Joe Costello, assisted by Brian McDowell and Alice Michael D Higgins, and dedicated members to whom I will have an opportunity in a more appropriate place to thank on a separate occasion. And I want to thank too all the constituency organisations, and especially the committee in my home county of Galway. Above all, I want to thank the members of my family, my wife, my inspiration, and my partner Sabina Coyne, my children Alice May, John, Michael, and Dan. They worked night and day for me, as did my sister Kathleen, who's here, one of those people who immigrated to England in the 50s and came back and have reared their family there. And I send my thoughts at this time to her twin sister who is in Manchester and who has reared her family in England, and my nephews and nieces in England and in Australia. My brother John, who is, and Kathleen both worked in my campaign in Clare, which is the county which I was with. I will be a president for all the people, and from this moment I will cease to be a member and president of the Labour Party, a party which has informed my thinking into the ethos of my life, a party the centenary of whose founding by James Connolly and James Larkin will be celebrated next year. For the presidency is an independent office, and the Irish people, which I appreciate so much and I take with such responsibility, have given a very clear mandate on a very clear set of ideas to me as the ninth president, Neo O'Tharan here. I would like to thank, as I said, sincerely those who voted for me, but also I acknowledge those who voted for the other candidates, who during a long and difficult campaign offered many valuable suggestions which I hope to include and encompass over the next 7 years. And I want to be a president too for those who didn't vote, whose trust in public institutions I will encourage and work to recover. And always in my mind too will be those who have gone away, and I will be their president too. The oath I will take when I'm inaugurated, Malon Yihiligen of a son Lasses Foniv Wink on the Heaven. I dedicate my abilities to the service and welfare of the people of Ireland. It's a great responsibility. Agus Clachan go Fonvar leis an dúdlan sin sna Hamilty Jack and will we did Jack off. The mandate I have received and for which I will seek with heart and head to implement over the next 7 years had its 4 pillars. An inclusive citizenship, which is about equality and participation and respect. In a creative society, creative and excellent in everything we Irish do, making an Irishness to be proud of in a real republic. This was a vision of a real republic, where life and language, where ideals and experience have the ring of authenticity which we need now as we go forward. And during a long campaign, which for me, as I have said, was almost 14 months since I first sought a nomination for the Labour Party, I saw and felt and feel the pain of the Irish people. I recognised the need for a reflection on those values and assumptions, often carelessly taken, that had brought us to such a sorry pass in social and economic terms, for which such a high price has been paid and is being paid. I recognised the righteous anger, but I also saw the need for healing and to move past recrimination. I love our shared island, our shared Ireland, and its core decencies. I love it for its imagination and its celebration of the endless possibilities for our people. That are there for the achieving, as we leave behind a narrow individualism that valued the person for what was assumed to be their accumulated wealth, but neglected the connection between the person, the social, the community, and the nation. That is what we all leave behind now, for which 1 million people have given me a mandate. Now we must respond collectively and cooperatively to what we all must recognise as our shared problems, be it unemployment, mortgage distress, or any form of exclusion. We must now work to our strengths at home and abroad, not only cooperatively and collectively, but sustainably for the benefit of all of our present generations and those to come. The necessary transformation of which I speak, and of which my presidency will be a part, is built on turning creative possibilities into living realities for all our people. And I believe, and this was the wonderful thing about going around the country so often, I believe and recognise that that transformation has already begun. During the long campaign, I saw it in one community after another, be it in those who are creating strategies with and for the unemployed, those working in care, those working in preschool and after-school clubs, those great citizens. Everywhere, good people have commenced a journey to a version of Irishness of which we can be proud. And this campaign, we must never forget, involved a choice as to which version of Irishness we would choose for the next 7 years as what we wanted as ourselves at home and abroad. This necessary transformation now, which has now begun, will, I hope, result in making the values of equality, respect, participation in an active citizenship the characteristic of the next 7 years. The reconnection of society, economy and ethics is a project we cannot postpone. I have encountered in this long campaign an enthusiasm for an Irishness that will be built on recognising again those sources from which spring the best of our reason and curiosity. But even more important, the powerful instinct for decency which must be at the heart of a real republic. The celebration of the power of the collective in pursuit of the best of ourselves. And based too on the power of culture, science and technology, delivered through the contemporary genius of our people. Ireland has made its choice for the future, and it has chosen the version of Irishness it will be. I know, and I will work with head and heart to be part with all of you in creating that future, one in which all of us can be part of and proud to. Garamina mahaki niwana sa tortatia asa eishtepla. Is ganairi lin in our yish is an our other snablianta charlotte here. Garamina.